Hello. Welcome to the LadyGang Quickie. I'm Becky here with Jack and Kelty.
Wow.
You know...
You're very enthralled.
Enthused.
Not
my brand.
No, that was a Kelty thing.
What's up, Kelt?
Well, I have the handy dandy clipboard. I feel like I did not get enough credit for the cricketing I did on tour. And I'm glad that it's getting another life here.
Is that a joke? We spent 20 minutes every show talking about the Wheel of Secrets that you cricketed.
Oh, you're right.
I
But
wonder how the Wheel of Secrets is doing.
I wonder how it is.
The teacher took it, right?
Yeah. I wonder how it is. I wonder about all those babies we met. They're probably born now.
For sure.
Probably, yeah.
So many of them.
So exciting.
Although there were some women who were like very, very, very newly pregnant and they whispered it to me and they're like, shh, I'm pregnant.
I know. That was cute.
That was so cute.
Okay. I'm so excited to welcome you to the LadyGang show today.
Oh.
And
The LadyGang show.
The LadyGang show.
Lady.
It's like a game show.
LadyGang. Okay, so today we are doing first and lasts. And so this is like a quick kind of fun round, but if you have a great story, you can tell the story, obviously.
Okay.
And it's going to be really fun. And so I'm going to read you what it says. A first is momentous, both meaningful and memorable, crammed with new possibilities and the excitement of whatever comes next. But give a little thought for the last times, too, chocked full of consequence and aftermath.
Oh.
Endings at the time you didn't see were coming.
Oh, my God.
It turned dark. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready to play?
I guess.
I'm Peggy.
Great. Okay. The first word I would use to describe myself.
Okay. The first
Word I would use to describe myself. Ambitious.
Creative.
tired.
Great. The last time I felt happy. When I was in Tahiti, looking up at the
long time ago. It was months ago.
It was. Yeah, that's why. It's the last time. She said, give a little thought for the last, full of consequence and aftermath. It's been a dark aftermath.
Holy shit.
I was in Tahiti, and I remember looking up at the sky and just being like, why can't you be happy? And like, you're happy right now. Try to remember this feeling. And then I haven't felt that feeling since. Jack?
Wow. Last night when I was eating a Jersey Mike's sandwich and watching 90 Day Fiancé the other way with Jared.
90 Day Fiancé the other way.
What does that mean?
So you know what 90 Day Fiancé is?
Yeah.
So
What's the other way?
So the other way is when the Americans are going to live in the other country. So they're getting engaged and then they have to go live in the foreign country.
That's fun.
It's amazing.
Great.
It's incredible.
Great.
I love it. It was pure bliss.
The last time I was happy, probably like Ford's bath time last night.
Oh, bath time seems like it's really special.
It is. It's so cute. Mostly because they're contained and you don't have to chase them around, but also because they're happy in water, most of them.
Does he play with a rubber ducky?
He plays with like a few things, but I have this weird thing with parenting where I'm trying to like only bring in props when necessary.
Okay.
So
Entertain your self. You're in the
entertain your
water.
fucking self. I'm reading that book, Bringing Up Bebe, which is this
Bebe.
American woman raised her children in France. And she kept noticing that like the kids in France and were just so much better behaved. Like the 18-month-old was at dinner and it didn't need an iPad and it wasn't throwing its food everywhere. So she was like looking at all these kids and like their mentality is like, I'm not here to entertain you or to serve you. Like, welcome to my life. You're part of this family. And it's sort of this cool thing of not being obsessed with making sure your kid is stimulated every second of every day. So that's what I'm trying to do. But there's still 8,000 fucking toys in my living room.
Sure, of course.
There has to be.
People keep bringing them over. I'm like, can you please stop bringing bullshit?
My sister-in-law was like, you gotta like stop buying shit like for Christmas. Like the 10,000 toy things. Like we don't want them. We have no room. She made a stuffed animal live it.
Yeah. There should be. Or wait at least until the kid's old enough.
Right.
To like know what they're doing.
To know.
Yeah,
this is now just more shit I have to step over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. Woof.
Okay.
Bringing up baby.
Last time she was happy, bringing up that baby. The last thing I think of before I go to sleep.
I hope I can go to sleep.
That's so accurate.
It's so real. I'm usually like nodding off reading whatever book I'm reading.
Do you actually fall asleep while you're reading?
Like there's a moment where I'm reading and I can see my eyes like closing and I go back one page and then close the book.
Wow. And
That's smart.
Yes.
Because I've clearly not taken in
The last.
most of the book, but definitely not that part.
Yeah.
That's happened to me. What am I thinking before I go to sleep? Well, if I've had sex with Zach, I'm like, yes, thank God, one down.
Thank God that's over.
Sexy mature.
I'm like giving myself a pat on the back. I don't know.
I can't believe you would possibly have energy to have sex at night.
I know.
There's no other time to do it.
Not in the
Zach
morning?
wakes up so early,
Oh.
and there's a child, and yeah, like it's not only. But we get in bed at 7 p.m.
Right. You know, you're right. It's not that late.
It's light out 3/4 of the year at that time.
It's like we're watching the sunset.
It's mid-afternoon.
It's the afternoon.
It's the afternoon. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My first love.
Oh, the Green Power Ranger, Tommy, who just died recently.
Wow.
Took his own life.
Oh my
It was so sad because he was still teaching like martial arts and he was like really, really active. I know. I loved him so much.
Never know what's going on with people.
And his ponytail.
Oh.
I know. First love.
Jason Willman wore glow-in-the-dark hammer pants, and in music class, when they would turn the lights off, so you could just see the, recorder. I'm that old that you had like the projector thing. They didn't have the magic fucking eraser boards that they have now, and you had the projector, and then his pants would glow in the dark. God, I love those pants.
So funny.
I love those pants. We called them jammers.
What a random memory.
So random.
Random memory.
What's up, Jason?
Jason?
He looked like in my mind, he looked like Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
God,
He's like blonde.
he did it. He did it for me.
He did it for everybody.
Right?
And he wore
Still
jammers.
looks good.
He does, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I saw him on some procedural recently.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
on a procedural.
Hello.
Yeah.
He's really killing it. I mean, not as much as Mario Lopez because that guy doesn't sleep, but like killing it pretty much.
Yeah, I think he's probably making more money than Mario Lopez on a procedural TV show.
Hell yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, okay.
Probably.
My first love?
Blake Douglas, and yeah, he still remembers my birthday every year.
Wow. What?
Yeah, he still
Facebook?
sends me a DM or Facebook or
That's
something.
so nice.
And he's like, for some reason, January 18th, I'm always going to remember. I'm like, that's so sweet. Not in a creepy
Like,
way.
you can't forget about me.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's right. I burned myself into your memory and your heart.
I have never texted a random acquaintance happy birthday like that.
I mean, I think it's, but there are those birthdays. I mean, for me, I can't remember birthdays, but there are those like weird things. If you learn them young, you can't unremember them.
Yeah, like my ex-husband has the same birthday as my spaghetti, November 27th. And so whenever I'm
As
wishing...
your what?
My Jeff Gaddy, my friend.
Oh.
Okay. The last time I cried... Well, I take Prozac.
Yeah, it's hard to cry on an
hard
antidepressant.
to
Is it?
cry.
Oh,
yeah. It's really hard to cry. It definitely chills out that like level of where you get to the crying fit.
Yeah.
Like I get all the way there and then I just like sleep.
Oh,
So, so I don't know that I've had like a big cry. I've been injuring myself in my tornado of life. What happened? Something fell on me.
Physically injuring yourself.
Injured myself, and I had a huge cry, and Chris like looked at me like, oh my God, so dramatic. But like it actually hurt. And then I had like, we were on a trip somewhere. Something fell on my foot. Anyway, I was fine.
So dramatic.
I had to have a cry. It hurts so bad.
Oh my God.
That's all.
Yikes.
Takes a lot to cry.
Yeah.
Over here in Prozac
Just
land.
pain.
It's real
Just
pain.
only
Like,
pain.
Not emotional pain. I feel nothing. Jack?
I can't think. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not like a big crier.
We're dead today.
My IUD got put in a couple days ago. I didn't cry, but it was heavy breathing and
Wait,
a little.
have you always had an
intensity.
IUD?
I had an IUD for a very long time before Zach and I started trying to make a baby, which was a lifetime ago. But I had an IUD, the 3-year IUD twice, and then the baby stuff. And then I was like, well, clearly we're not making any babies, so I put it back in.
That is one of the worst pains I've ever been in my life.
I think the copper one is worse.
That's what I had.
Actually, I know it's worse once it's in, but it probably is the same feeling of putting it in. But it was, you guys, I mean, women who've had children, they're laughing at us, but it's it is like childbirth but for like 30 seconds versus 30 hours.
Yeah.
Because I said to my gyno, I was like, that's really what it feels like when you have a baby without epidural. And she's like, oh yeah, over and over again. I'm like, I could never. I would die from the pain.
I mean, women pass out from getting an IUD put in all of the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. I believe it. It was intense.
Yeah. No thanks.
So glad my eggs are dried up. Okay. The first quality I look for in a person, fame.
It's not wrong.
Instagram followers.
Not wrong.
First quality.
Like look for or notice or because like I'm not like
Or
meeting someone and
seeking
being
a
like,
partner.
do they have it?
Yeah.
And I don't know. The paper says the first quality I look for in a person.
I'll say like with any person, it's just like warmth.
Are they named Kelty?
Is it Kelty? No, like if I'm having a meeting, like we've been having a lot of Zooms with like photographers and videographers for the wedding, and like instantly I can tell if I'm like vibing with that person or not. And because I'm definitely not the type of person to like lead a group with my energy and like think that everybody is gonna like attach onto it. I kind of feed off of the other person. So having somebody that is warm and open and personable, I think is like the first thing that I look for if I'm gonna like connect with somebody, I guess.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
I find that you lead a lot of rooms.
Do I?
I mean, not rooms, but like look at your like posse. Like you are probably the leader.
I think you're the leader.
Yeah, Jared says that too. I never think of that.
You are definitely like a dominating.
But you're sexy and different, so you don't even know you're leading.
No, she's not in sexy and different about certain things. Like if you want to go to a restaurant, everyone's going to that restaurant.
Yeah.
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 We're checking in with Jack with what she wants to do.
Yeah.
So you are the leader.
Oh. What do you look for?
I think warmth is important because I don't like meeting somebody that feels guarded because then I feel like I can't trust you or I don't know what you're thinking. So yeah, like an openness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first person I would call in a crisis.
My mom.
My sister. Yourself.
I mean, I would call Chris.
Yeah.
But you'd be like, I could probably
Chris
get myself
is
out
good in
better
a
than Chris.
crisis.
Chris is really good in a crisis. He's annoyingly calm in a crisis. Like, do you remember when I got in that car accident? I was mad that he wasn't more upset.
Yeah.
Well, he texted me and Becca. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was so weird. I'm like,
Oh God, that
Why
was
did he
like a
text you?
lifetime ago.
he just goes like,
Kelty was in an accident.
Kelty in crash, hand broken. Okay. It was like disjointed. I remember it was so weird.
Oh, maybe he wasn't calm.
Maybe
don't
not.
know.
Does that get
But
you
I was like,
excited?
Yeah, kind of. I'm like, oh, you cared?
But it was also so weird because I think that he texted us like right when you got in the car accident, like without like maybe like
Well, because
getting you
we
to the
were
hospital.
leaving from the LadyGang office, so I bet he thought you were maybe turning around to come get me, but I guess
I
no one
remember
did.
I was literally in bed, so I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I think I stayed to clean up. Anyway, okay.
Anyways,
All right. The first time I felt like an adult.
don't know. Still don't.
Having to like deal with my health insurance because for a long time I was on my parents as long as I possibly could be, and then I had to actually figure it out, and that was oof.
I
I felt
still
accomplished.
Can't
Who
figure
does your insurance?
I mean, I do, but like I still can't figure it out.
Oh, but you do it.
Yeah, begrudgingly, and I think I do it wrong. Health
It's an important
insurance
thing to know.
I'm like, I just had to schedule a blood panel. I'm like, is it being covered? Who knows?
Surprise.
And it's like a riddle trying to figure out health insurance. I'm
Well,
like,
that is a riddle.
It really is. The first time I felt like an adult, probably in like grade 3 or 4.
oh my God. I'm like trying to think of a time I felt like an adult
Ever?
Still.
After Christmas and my birthday, they come a month apart. My mom let me and Leanne Pernack go to the mall, Sherwood Park Mall, by ourselves without anyone. Sometimes we used to be able to go to the mall, but Mom would sit in the food court and we could go around the mall. But this time I actually walked from my house to the mall and we got to spend all day shopping. But I remember I had like total maybe $15.
Yeah.
Like, it was like grandma gave you $5 for Christmas, $5 for your birthday, and then mom gave you $5. Like, it wasn't like I had money.
Right.
So you'd go in and like, I just remember going to Wilson's Stationery and you could get like all those little erasers that go on the end of your pencil and they're like shapes. And I would just, they were 5 cents and it was just like I was in Costco heaven or something. Anyway, I felt like an adult because I got to buy my own pencils and my own custom erasers.
That's so you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I know mine. Mine was probably in my mid-20s, and I remember going out to dinner with my dad.
I love that I was like, I was 9, and you're like, I was 25.
No, I'm like, I literally had to like really rack my brain. I was in New York or in New Jersey, and I was going out to dinner with my dad and my uncle at like a diner, and I paid for the meal because I like had been earning my money, like my own money for the first time. And like, obviously when you're younger, your parents are always paying for your meals. And especially if you're going out with like an uncle, you'd think like my dad would pay or my uncle would. But it was like paying for everybody's meal myself was a very adult thing. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Becca?
Mine was insurance.
Oh yeah, the insurance. Okay. All right. The last Becca, you're going to answer first.
Oh God.
The last time I gave 100%.
Never.
That is not true.
It has to be. It has to be true. I don't know. This is not me being, I am dead ass serious.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like holding out for Hero on Glee might have been it. That was 100%.
In work, you give 100, like acting,
If I'm getting paid,
Yeah.
usually. Not 100%.
not for LadyGang.
Strong 90s. Strong 90.
Even on TV. I mean, you know what? I have to conserve. And I also have to know that sometimes you can just work really hard. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
So would I rather just not work at all and have the same outcome? Yeah.
Jack?
I agree.
Same?
I'm not like 100% giver. Like, I'm too lazy.
To finding your dress, you gave 100%.
I think with my wedding planning, I'm giving 100%.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's my obsession.
something you care about too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it's fun.
Yeah. I gave 100% at the 80 for Brady movie premiere just a few weeks ago. And actually so they're doing this
Wait,
new...
what the is that?
Okay, so there's this movie 80 for Brady. It's like Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and they are. It's based on a true story of like I didn't even watch it, but like a group of friends that they like go road trip to see Tom Brady or whatever. They're like big Tom Brady fans, and so Tom Brady was at the premiere because he's producing the film, and then all these stars, and there's 4 women in the film, and this one company started doing this new thing where normally like on TV there's like a order in which you go. So it's like the house cruise first, and then Entertainment Tonight, Access, Extra, E, all the way down into like fabtv.com.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so basically
the only people who want to talk to me.
well, yeah, you know. And so there's a reason for that because it's like the A-list stars come in and they do house crew, ET, Access, and probably like skip the rest of the carpet and they're skipping everybody else. And so then some people do the first 4, they just do TV and then they leave, or they do the first 6, which would be like Variety, Hollywood Reporter. I'm sorry, I'm boring you. But anyway, there's like a reason for the madness. And so this one company decided they want to make it more fair. So they've decided to just draw numbers out of a hat and they just put you wherever. So E! News Television was in 11th position. I haven't been in 11th position since I worked for BuzzNet.com.
That is so
and
bummer.
it was so offensive. It was very offensive for me. And
Vanity Fair could be last.
Vanity Fair could be last. E will be first because it's like or ET will be first because it's part of that company. That film company is part of that company. But it could be like
so then it's not that fair.
Yeah. No, it's not. It could be ET and then it could be FabTV.com.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it could be beccasblog.com and then junemoss.com. Like, yeah, so they're really trying to, and I appreciate what they're trying to do, and it's for inclusivity and diversity. So they want like a lot of times these like smaller, maybe Latino outlets or whatever, not getting a chance to talk to people. And like, I do appreciate that. Yeah. I think I have a better solution, which would be like to either pick one and put them in the house crew spot, or just talk to the publicist and say, hey, like we're really trying to champion this. Can you see a few other outlets? Like there's a way to do it. Anyway, so they did this. It caused absolute chaos because what happened is that people did want to avoid those outlets. And so they did like one interview and then they had to like go to the back of the carpet where all the bystanders stand. Yeah. And then like Jane Fonda's coming forward again, and then she's trying to avoid people and then she's coming forward. No. It was like it was like mosh pit. So anyway, I gave it 100% because I was like, I'm in 11th position. I'm I'm going to show everyone what a chief correspondent does.
Wow.
Okay? I didn't work in this town for 10 years to be in 11th position and not get anyone and go home, waste my time. So I was like waving my mic flag, yelling like, Jane Fonda, don't forget about E. We're down here. They put us at the end.
Oh my
That's
God.
great.
Yeah.
I was doing what
Did it work?
did what needed to be done. Other than
Wow.
E.T., I was the only TV outlet that got all 4 women and Tom Brady. So yeah, it did work. I gave 100%. Did they call and complain about my yelling and flag waving around after the day after?
Oh.
Yes, they did. And I
But
did
like,
get
how
in
else are you
trouble.
supposed to get interviews?
Well, I'm doing what needs to be done. If you're at the Met Gala, you're not waiting for Rihanna to come talk to you.
yeah.
I would say to anybody who's complaining and be like, if you think for 1 second that a person in this position is successful being polite, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Like, no offense to you and like you're kind, but entertainment journalists are the most savage fucking people.
Yeah.
And they don't care about being polite. And your priority is to get the stars.
I'm also like,
so fuck off.
I'm like, have you seen Chicago? The musical? Like, that's what I wanted to say. I'm like, I wanted to be like, have you seen Chicago the movie? Because I feel like that really lends itself to letting you know that the press is out for the story. Like, I'm so happy for fabtv.com. And I think Ron, who works there, you're a lovely man. But
you should also wave your flag.
But I don't want you in front of me on the carpet. I would
the
like to
Hunger
be first.
Games,
It was
baby.
already hard going from ET, which was always number 1 to number 4.
Yeah.
I was already like, 4. Oh. But now I'm like, oh, it's fine. Anyway,
You can't have both. You can't have polite Kelty Knight and also Kelty who gets all the stars.
yeah, unless you're
Yeah.
sucking on somebody's dick and pushing her up to the front.
Yeah.
exactly.
No,
It's
sorry.
like
I get very angry when you say that you get talking tos.
I get in trouble.
You get in
she's
trouble
doing her
so
job.
much.
I
You get in
know.
trouble so much.
And I think it's because I think everyone knows me. Their eyes are on me because I am the chief correspondent. I don't know. No, it was fine. I mean, it was a misunderstanding too. And like, I probably was a little bit obnoxious. I got to be honest with
shit.
you.
Every person on that carpet with a microphone is obnoxious.
I know. That's the thing. I wasn't more obnoxious. I think I just got caught being obnoxious,
Yes.
which is my problem.
That is your.
But at least
It's like everyone's a dick, but I get caught being a dick.
Yeah.
Everyone's obnoxious and screaming,
Yeah.
but they like somehow I'm so beautiful. I have so much highlighter on. You've noticed me for
Sparkle and
I
shine.
sparkle and shine, and you can't look away.
at least you did your job.
I got
You know?
all 4 of those ladies. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Your movie was a huge success.
4 ladies over like 70.
All Oscar winners.
Yeah. I
You know what I mean?
they're
And
fucking
Sally
tired.
Field is this big.
Yeah, she's
Sally
so
Field,
small.
literally, she walked up to me and she grabbed like the crate because they put us like in a cage now because I chased Rihanna down that Grammy red carpet once. My bad. I was like, where's my 40 feet of? I had 40 feet of freaking mic wire so that I could chase the celebrities.
was a great-
Now they put us behind a thing, so you can't do that anymore. I'm sorry to everyone in the press.
Yeah,
anyway,
you
she
ruined it for
came up and
everybody.
she like grabbed the gate and she was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I'm getting trampled," and I was like, "Hey, protect Sally Field."
Oh my God.
Anyway, on that note, we weren't here for a
Wow.
long time. We're here for a good time.
Yeah,
I'm a
just
bad
time.
egg. Good night.